Hello, hope everything's going okay today. Today this is lesson 2, geometry, intersection, and union. I will work out a few examples based on the existing graphic there. We have a line segment XZ. You can see XZ here. And then we have this, which is a combination line and rays, depending on what point we are looking at. And today we are going to talk about intersection and union. Intersection is what two things, two sets, two things, I've already said that, have in common, what they share. And a union is two things combined together. Union is a pretty easy concept. You just take the two things in question, put them together, that's your answer. Intersection, a little bit different, takes a little bit more analysis to actually see what these two things actually share. So let's work out a few examples. We'll start out with union first. And we will, this is example 1, and it is line segment XY. And if you haven't already, look at the symbols videos I uploaded and take notes on those, because you'll need to know that for these examples. So we have line segment XY union with line segment YZ. So we've got XY there and YZ there. So the union of those two is going to equal line segment XZ, right? You're just adding those two things together. This is what you take both things and combine what each thing has. That's what a union does. It's pretty straightforward. We've got, for the second example, we've got ray TW. Again, if you haven't looked at the symbolism videos, take a look at them and familiarize yourself with these symbols, because we'll be using these throughout the course. So this is TW, ray TW, union with ray TY. Let's go over to the graphic. TW, this ray, and TY is that ray. So this is saying ray TW, which the origin is at T, to W. Well, the definition of a ray is from the origin out to infinity. So this ray is actually starting at T, but going out to infinity. Let's look at ray TY. TY, same thing, the origin starts at T, but it goes out in a separate way, starting at T out to infinity. So we've got ray TW all the way to infinity, ray TY, it goes all the way to infinity. This is going to equal line WY. That's trying to draw an arrow there. So line WY. So it is, you take this piece here and this piece here, W and Y, and draw the line, because that's where it stops there. For example 3, we've got ray YT union with ray, TW. Now this is an interesting case because you're not really doing anything. If we go over here, ray YT is here, there's y, there's t. The ray starts at y is the origin, goes to infinity. So that is your ray right there. This entire line, it goes out to infinity. It doesn't stop there. And you look at ray yt, well, it's yt, but it's a ray, and it goes out to infinity as well. So the union of these two is ray wy. Or I'm sorry, yw, because it starts at y and goes out to infinity. And the tw piece is already included in the yt piece, if that makes sense. So for this union, this is going to be ray yw. It starts at y, it goes out through w. The first piece, yt, is already in tw. Because this one starts here, goes out to infinity. This one starts at t and goes out to infinity. So from here out to infinity already incorporates from t to infinity. So this is equal to the ray yw. Example 4, come over a little bit, and perhaps we'll change colors. Let's go back, take that out, we'll change colors to make things nice and bright. Okay, number 4, there we go. We'll start, number 4, we'll start with intersection. So let's intersect. We have x, y, and this is a line segment, xy. Intersect, it's the union symbol upside down with a line segment ty. Okay, let's go over to the graph. We've got xy here, that line segment from x to y, intersect with ty, that line segment, just that piece, xy and ty. Those are line segments. Okay, intersection is what two things share or what they have in common. So if you look up here from ty and xy, the two things these two line segments share in common is the point y. So this, the intersection of line segment xy with line segment ty, is the point y. That's the only thing those two things, two line segments, have in common. If they had anything else in common, that would be part of it, but they don't. Let's try another intersection example, number 5. Okay, very good. Let's do ray wy intersect with xz, and that is line segment xz. So let's go to the graph. We've got ray yw, we saw that earlier. From there's your origin at y, extends out through w to infinity. So you've got that entire piece right there, yw, starts there, goes out to infinity. Dot there. yw, all from starts at y, goes out to infinity. Intersect with line segment xz. And this of course, will be point y again. Oops. Y, W, the ray, all the way out, and XZ, the line segment, the only two pieces they share in common. Again, point Y. Let's come down and do example 6. Let's do the intersection of YW, ray YW, intersect with ray TV, television, TV, just kidding, equals, let's go up to the graph, YW, we're familiar with that by now, goes out, its origin at Y, we'll put a bigger dot there, goes out to infinity, through W and out to infinity, intersect with TV. So that's from here at T, that's the origin, T, through V, out to infinity. So that's going to be that little piece, TY. So that's going to be line segment, let's say YT. TY, YT, either one, doesn't matter. But that's what those two rays have in common. That's what they share. Let's move on to example 7. This is the intersection of TW, that's ray TW, intersect XZ, line segment, and this is equal to, again, let's go up to the graph, TW starts at T, goes out to infinity through W, and then the line segment XZ starts at X and goes to Z. So we're starting here, out to infinity that way. We're starting here, going to line segment XZ. So guess what? These have nothing in common. That's the null set, or it can also be written as an empty set. Nothing. Okay. Example 8. If they don't share anything, they don't share anything. You have the empty set, the null set, 0, does not exist. There's 1,000 ways to say that, but that's what it means. There's just nothing there. For the last example, we've got XY, line segment, is a subset of XZ, line segment. And this, of course, is XY is a subset of XZ. This piece, XY, this line segment, is a part of XZ. You can see that XZ goes from X all the way to Z. XY is a piece of that, a subset of XZ. And let's try one more. That's a comma. Let's do line segment TY, subset of ray TY. So ray TY starts at T, that's the origin, goes through Y to infinity. So the line segment TY is indeed a subset of ray TY. Subset. So there is 8 examples of intersection and union with some subset, null set lingo thrown in. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.